Good afternoon, Chuck Carstensen, Remax Results Carstensen team, doing third of our new show that I've renamed Real Life Live, meaning I'm stepping outside of the basic real estate once or twice or three times a week with the live videos, talking more about something that just happened in real life. And this show is going to evolve. Sometimes we'll do interviews with other people, sometimes we'll highlight business owners. And for now, I've been setting the foundation, talking about, if you watched the last video, whether you took a peek at it or go back and watched it, talking about 5 F's to create balance or flow in your life. And that video I did last Thursday. And I know I asked a question at the beginning of this, or if you're reading the subject, the 5 F's, just to recap them are faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. Those are the 5 things I talk about. To begin with F that I feel create balance. Like when I'm doing each of those, more often than not, I feel better, I do better, things go better. And my foundation is faith. So faith, what's that mean to people? So this, I don't want to get these videos over 10 minutes. I'd like to actually keep this one more towards 5 minutes. So I'm probably going to have to break it down into a couple videos, but I thought I'd share what's faith. Well, first of all, faith for me isn't something that I just always did. Meaning, when I grew up, my mom would take me to church, and we went to a Catholic church, and went to like catechism and confirmation, but I didn't really learn what faith was then. I mean, they did a fine job doing what they did teaching. It just never really stuck to me. And I think that's a common theme. I go to church more often than not now, and I don't see a ton of people, 18 through 25 or 30 there. For me, things happened in my life, and then even that I went to church and kind of knew who God was a little bit, I didn't really receive my faith or ask for Jesus into my life till my later 20s, and then that's when I became more into my faith. And so faith can be different to different people. There's different religions. There's people that, or whatever, atheist, agnostic. So I'm a Christian. Like I said, at that point, that's when I followed Christ. Like I asked Christ into my life in the late 20s. So I think that's pretty common that a lot of people maybe from their teenage years to whenever try to find themselves doing different things. So what I'm getting at with this video on the foundation, I just want to share my story a little bit. That's not the whole details, but just give you a little background. Faith is my foundation. Like my business would be crappy if I didn't have that solid foundation. A lot of people try to go about their way of life without faith, and I'm sure it works to the extent it works. And that I'm not saying that this has to be somebody else's foundation. I'm just sharing for me and myself to create ultimate balance. Like if I'm not doing stuff in the faith community, it doesn't go as well. I told you in one of my videos last week that if I'm not doing my workouts, I get crabby. Well, I'm also crabby if I don't do my thing about doing live videos on your phone, and sometimes people call you and it gets cut off for a second. So if you ever see a glitch, that's what happens. People are calling me to buy houses, so hopefully, or sell their house. So why I'm sharing this is that's my foundation. And I notice even this summer, we're busy. Sometimes we're going away a couple extra times, didn't get into church as much. And I was actually crabbier. You might be, well, you're going on vacation, shouldn't it be more fun? And I just mentioned I need to do the workouts. I need to be in my, faith journey. What that means to me, I'll explain more in a minute. Or it doesn't go as well. Life goes better when you have a certain flow to it. That's why I'm covering these 5 F's over the next couple weeks to give you insight to what I do. Now you might be like, why should I listen to you, Chuck? Why not do my own thing? I don't know. Like you're at a certain point in your life and you want to take that next step. We need to be in community. So that's a real important thing with faith. Like a lot of times nowadays people aren't in community. They're at home watching Facebook Live or watching a replay of Facebook Live, and that's totally fine. I'm glad you're watching this if you got this far. But we need to be in community. So going into the church, which like I said, I was inconsistent at this summer, is being in a faith community. And then I'm developing spiritually because I'm hearing a message. Let's say I hear the message and apply it, then I'm growing. And that's how you strengthen your faith. And now for me, I'm used to doing that. I've been doing that pretty consistently for several years now. Other than, like I said, in the summer, sometimes it's a little more hit or miss when you're traveling. But I actually need more than that. And I mentioned in my last video, I do daily devotional, read Proverbs from the Bible. Like that's like a minimum requirement for what I need to do in my life. Like right now, I'm doing way more. We're doing an Alpha course at Cambridge Lutheran Church where I go to, and I'm helping organize that. So now there's another video and there's a small group discussion, and that helps build the faith. I'm reading, or not actually reading right now. Well, I do read a lot, but I'm listening on Audible, a couple spiritual books I've gone through in the last couple of weeks, and that just gets that fire going when you're growing spiritually, or when, at least when I'm growing spiritually, in community spiritually, sharing like I'm sharing now spiritually. That foundation gets stronger and stronger. When you have a strong foundation, when things in the outside world happen to you, you can process them and move, in the right direction from them a little bit easier. And then you also can help other people get through them a little bit stronger. So this video about the faith foundation is just giving you a little insight into my life, that I wasn't always somebody who went to church and was holier than holy before. And this doesn't mean I'm holier than holy. I just found that this works better in my life, and I don't work as well if I'm not in some kind of community that's faith-based. I'm not actually doing, you can like golf, you can go to the golf course, but you also have to practice your putting, you have to practice on the driving range if you're going to do a little bit better. So faith, for me, is kind of like that. I can go to the church, but then I have to apply it. And then how about getting a community a little bit extra by either reading a book or doing the Alpha course and some of those things I'm doing now. So I need those things to have that fire even burning stronger and let that light shine a little bit brighter. And that's the foundation, though. Like that needs to be number one with me. And it's so automatic that it's not something that I have to even say is number one other than this video. Like the growing and learning part of it is really the number one thing that I want to continue to grow and learn. And you have to be in community to do that, or you have to read the books yourself. But if you're not sharing it or processing it or developing or going out into the world and doing something about it, then it's not actually working, is my idea on that. So again, that's a look at my foundation. I'll actually probably do another video that dives deeper into this. This was just surface. Here's what Chuck does. I know some people might be like, hey, why would you need to share that? Well, I think a lot of people nowadays, there's people that don't share the faith, and the people that do, and the people that do sometimes are like, hey, you need to change your ways. This isn't you need to change your ways. This is to encourage you to be in community, go to church, find a group, pray about finding a group, but get involved with people's faith, and get involved with people doing things to create a better world in that community and to help more people grow stronger. So thank you for listening. Have a blessed day, and we'll do another show talking more about the 5 F's and the other categories and in faith, again, coming up soon. Thanks a lot.